Hello, everyone, and welcome to something a little special from the Cheap Pop Show. This is something I've wanted to do for a long time. I'm calling it I'd Buy That for $1. And if you get that reference, good on you. If you don't, Google's a wonderful thing, kids. Well, one day, maybe a year and a half ago, I was at the dollar store buying a couple things, and I saw DVDs sitting on one of the end caps. And I thought to myself, there might be some good movies in there, and they're only $1, so what have I got to lose if I buy some of them? So I started doing that. I would just go by what I saw on the cover and, things like that. And I thought it would actually be kind of cool to just watch these movies and maybe review them on YouTube. So that's what I'm going to do. But before I do that, as you can see by the shirt and the pop that's on the table, I went and saw the new Indiana Jones today, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. I actually enjoyed Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I've enjoyed all the Indiana Jones movies. Temple of Doom is my favorite. I enjoyed this one as well. I'm not going to give any spoilers because some people haven't seen it yet, so I'm not going to do that. But the CGI on the young Indiana Jones in this movie was really good. I thought the plot flowed well, and I think it was a fitting ending to the Indiana Jones saga. If you didn't know that was the end of it, you haven't really been paying attention. He's not going to do any more of these. So, a last hurrah by Harrison Ford as Indiana Jones. I thought it was really good. These VHSs on the table I just did for display. I'm a child of the 80s. I'll always be happy to have VHS tapes. I found these for $1 at a store today. Just wanted to put something on the table to show, that I like movies, and these are three of my favorite movies. So, the dollar store movies, they're pretty much, I believe, just movies that didn't sell at stores like Target and Walmart, and they just end up, selling them to discount places, and they end up getting sold. So, the first one from 2020 is Voodoo Apocalypse. I pretty much figured what this was going to be right from the start. They have a character called White Chocolate who's a cop. You have it was a lot like Machete and the Grindhouse movies, with retro like film popping and wavy lines on it, and there were errors that would come up. It's pretty much a Grindhouse movie. They had something on there called the Lucha Libre Mafia, which was cool. I mean, most of the actors were Hispanic, and they did subtitles for a little bit, and then it mostly was in English, but I still kept the subtitles on just in case they switched back and forth, which they did in other languages. It was pretty much so ridiculous that it was cool. I like the look of it. I mean, I always like the Grindhouse kind of retro looks, for ridiculous movies. I think, escapism movies. I thought it was good. The music was amazing. At one point, there was a song that I recognized, but other than that, it was a lot of score, a lot of disco music. I thought it was really good. I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. The next movie, Wicked Blood, The Ultimate Endgame, with Sean Bean, Abigail Breslin, and James Purefoy. I was trying to remember where I've seen James Purefoy from. He was the prince in A Knight's Tale that freed Heath Ledger's character, which I thought was pretty cool. I was just trying to place him like, I know this guy, where do I know him from? That's where I know him from. Sean Bean playing a Southerner was kind of interesting because I think he's Irish or Scottish, so I think that was pretty funny. Abigail Breslin, you might know her from the Zombieland movies. I was actually really surprised to hear Rob Zombie music at one point when the cooker of meth was, he had gotten high and he was like dancing to Rob Zombie. I thought that was actually pretty cool. But you can think meth, a crime family, bikers. It had a good plot. The ending was a bit predictable. I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10. Cool interviews on the DVD. I thought the performances were really, really good. It's kind of weird because you don't know what to expect with these movies. I mean, you would see these movies at Walmart for like, $5-6, or they might start out at 10, but then, after a while, they just go down in price and they're gone, But you can pretty much get what you're going to get by looking at the cover. The last movie, I enjoy animated movies. Monster Family. You can pretty much figure out what's, you're getting from the cover. A family of monsters, right? Not quite. They start out as normal and then they get cursed into being monsters by Dracula. Thought it was a good animated movie with some funny spots. I mean, the father who ends up being Frankenstein's monster, he farts a lot. It's kind of a running joke. It's pretty funny. There's some funny spots, a typical, family animated movie, family conflict and whatnot. I thought it was fun. I really do enjoy animated movies of all sorts, even the superhero ones, stuff like that. So I'll give it a 7 out of 10. I have plenty of movies to go through. I have bags and boxes of these movies. I spent, not a lot of money on them, but I want to try new movies. I want to try new things, not just, blockbusters that come out or stuff that I know I'm going to like. I want to branch out and watch stuff. Hey, I may not like it, but I might actually find some gems. There is one that I'm going to review in the next episode that I thought was really, really good, and I never would have watched it if I hadn't bought it at the dollar store. So this is episode number 1 of I'd Buy That for $1. Really, just Google that reference. It's actually kind of funny where that reference is from. I just thought this would be a cool buffer in between episodes of Cheap Pops. So hopefully you liked it. Leave a comment. You can follow the regular show at Cheap Pop Show. I'm going to keep doing this as long as I feel like doing it, as long as I have good movies to watch or movies to watch in general. And thanks for checking it out.